Okay, so I'm just going to talk about Simpson Protocol, what's coming up. I've just come back from Australia and New Zealand where we had spectacular 4-day trainings. They were awesome. So we're doing the same thing here in Regina, Saskatchewan, and here in British Columbia at Parksville, right here, close to this harbor. Anyway, so that's 4 days, and I am no longer teaching 2 days for you guys who have heard of the 2 days in the past. Is because I found that people get it much more and they use it much more after a 4-day training instead of a 2. And I think that's the part that I want. I want them to be good with their clients. So I am no longer doing 2 days. So many of you might have a 2-day. We got a special price for you to get the other 2 days and maybe a review of the first 2 because they've changed quite a bit over the years. It improves a lot, it evolves a lot continuously. So you can just get in touch with me if you're interested in that for either Parksville or Regina. So, but it's 4 days, so the first 2 are getting the basics and understanding it and getting into it. And then in the next 2 days, it's called advanced training. Everything's advanced from the next thing. So what it really is how to show you how it uses in every facet of life. You can use this for anything. So we take you through spiritual, we take you through surrogate hypnosis, we take you through pro-health, all different facets of training. We teach you how to do a specific marketing and training for self-hypnosis so that you can become the expert in your area in self-hypnosis to deep states. And we do anything and everything, actually. We even do some experimenting with deeper levels of trance like Sequoia. So it's a fun time. It would even be more fun if I did 5 days. You never know, it keeps growing eventually. But right now, 4 days is what it is. And it's right here. And in the September, the weather here will still be really nice. And Regina, I think it still is nice because when winter hits there, you'll know about it. But I think the weather will be great for both. Now, if you haven't even heard about SP, Simpson Protocol, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's what we call a holistic program. Some people say, oh, that's so spiritual, that is this. Oh, gee, it's this. No, it isn't. It isn't physical. It isn't just mental. It isn't just it's every facet of us. So if someone wants to do spiritual work, it works. If they want to do medical work, it works. Anything and everything that's attached to the mind works. And what isn't attached to the mind? Figure that out. So when you do a holistic program, the protocol can do anything you want. So Gina, one of my trainers in Holland, says that SP is a canvas and she's allowed to be the artist and do that. And I really like that explanation. So we can do that. What we do is give you the canvas. You choose what you want to do, or you use but implement everything as much as possible, doing everything holistically for the client. That means that when you get an outcome, for example, when you usually just do one thing, let's say you're doing smoking with direct suggestion or something, nothing wrong with that, it works. But nothing else is done around it. Nothing else is done to do everything around it. So what SP does, it really affects the cause. It affects everything that's causing the need to smoke. And so that's the difference. We come from a different angle. We come from all angles. And if that sounds up your alley, you can come and take SP on this 4-day in Parksville, British Columbia, or Regina, Saskatchewan. Now, I love SP. I created SP, so of course I love it. But what I love about it is that the more we do this, the more outcomes our clients get. And I remember I just trained someone not long ago who had was a great hypnotist, lots of experience, got great outcomes. And he told me after doing it for a few weeks that he'd never attained these outcomes in the way he could do it with SP. And you know why that is? It's because we create the facility to access many parts of the mind. Now, that's what it's all about. It's holistic as much as we can get it, and it keeps evolving. So I keep updating you, but that's what I have to do. And when I get you there for 4 days, I can get you from point A to point B in those 4 days very easily. In the 2 day, I used to do it, and people would leave and they'd still be not quite sure, or some of them would go and fly with it, and other ones hadn't quite understood it quite enough. So no more 2 days, 4 days. Come and find out what it's all about, and you can do anything from our weight reduction program to a medical program to very spiritual programs to anything that is attached to the mind. Okay, so looks like I'm being dive bombed a little bit by the seagulls, but everything's good. So I'm just going to tell you again what I think about this is it's not a, there we go again, making me totally lose my train of thought here. Hang on a minute. Because the Simpson protocol is not a technique, and it's not locked into one way, it's the canvas for what you're going to do, is we are finding so many ways to access more of the mind constantly, and we're improving our outcomes constantly, and I'm sure it'll never stop. I mean, everything is change is always infinite, isn't it? And we'll move up and keep evolving, and that's why I like SP, and I totally love it, and I love it when people are using it and getting these awesome outcomes. Well, just one more thing I wanted to say. Martin and I were talking, and he used a metaphor that I really liked, and it was about what we've been doing so far. Let's say at the beginning we were just standing outside the cave, yelling into the mind, the cave of the mind, yelling into it, and we got outcomes. Now we're sort of inside with lights on, and we're getting even better outcomes. So that's really fun to me, and it's fun because it evolves and changes. I kind of get bored easy, so we always have more and more happening. Anyway, there's also training that I haven't told you about for your English speaking types, and that'll be in Northern Ireland in November. So just keep up. You can always go to simpsonprotocol.com and look at the schedule. Thanks.